going on, guys? John here with another video. In this video, just as promised, Tackle Warehouse unboxing. This is a big one that I did. I got a lot of stuff. Everything was on 20% off because of the Lake Fork bass tournament that was going on. So I decided to get some extra stuff. FYI, this is going to be my last Tackle Warehouse order in a very long time. Just until this tariff nonsense gets sorted out. I got a surprise when I got this package when it entered through customs. And let's just say I had to pay a big fee. A lot bigger than what I normally would pay. Normally it would be very tolerable and easy. But yeah, so my advice, you know, wait until this tariff BS is done. And then order from Tackle Warehouse. The only time now I'll probably order from Tackle Warehouse is if I really need something bad that nobody else carries, which most of the stuff that I use and what works for me, nobody really carries. Even all these Canadian specialty fishing stores, they don't have these colors, they don't have these baits. So I'm going to be forced to try different places to order stuff. So, to be fair, this has nothing to do with Tackle Warehouse. It's just that they claim that everything in the box is US made. And we know that there's tariffs on US made stuff. Unfortunately, it's not due to Tackle Warehouse. It's because of bad governments doing nonsense, and I'm not trying to get political. This is just my opinion. Take it as is. Unfortunately, UPS takes advantage of this stuff, which I'm going to be contacting UPS as well, and I'm going to be talking to get in touch with Tackle Warehouse as well with that. See if anything can be done, considering that I've been a loyal customer since 2017. But with that being said, elbows up, not. And let's get into this unboxing. Alright, so I'm using my scissors. I honestly don't know where my knife went. It just vanished. But here we are. Alright, ripping it off. So normally this order would have been over $300. But I did get that 20% off, as I stated. But yeah, I don't want to talk too much, and let's start this unboxing. So first things first, got the Tackle Warehouse shirt, which is pretty nice. This is the new logo, kind of like my hat, right? So that's a nice one. They make good quality shirts. I can't complain, right? Really nice quality. I really enjoy their shirts. I wear them all the time. It's no secret. So it's nice to have another one added to my collection. So now starting off with the terminal tackle, I got this right here, P-Line Shinsei, which is a 6-pound fluorocarbon leader material, and this is 27 yards. So this isn't for bass. I got this for steelhead fishing. Some local retailers used to carry this. They don't anymore. So I really like this leader for steelhead. It's actually probably in my top 3 favorite leaders to use. It's thin, it's abrasion resistant, it's extremely strong, and I've landed a lot of big steelhead on this leader. So Tackle Warehouse was literally like the only option that I could find to order it, and I took full advantage of it. So let's hope now the tariffs don't last very much longer, so that way I can actually get more of these. So then I got an orange Fuji Easy Keeper. So this is going to go on my IMX Pro Ned rod. All of my rods, I put hook keepers. It protects your investment. You don't damage the blank. That way, you know, like, all my rods are in pristine condition. I absolutely take care of my stuff. I love my gear. I do not beat on it. Mind you, my gear has been through some serious elements, but I take care of my stuff. So this is going to go on it. so that way I don't use the hook keeper, damage the hook keeper, so, you know, ruin the coating, so that way there's no rust, that way I don't ruin the clear coat on my rod either on the blank. So this comes in handy most definitely. So I got these, more of them actually, the Ryugi DS, which is drop shot, Ring Delta TG, which is tungsten sinkers, in 1/8 ounce. So I love these weights. These are practically my favorite weights. I cannot get Swagger tungsten anymore, so these are, the shape and everything took over as my favorite. I still use Swagger tungsten, but these are by far my favorites now. I drop shot with them, I free rig with them, I punch shot rig with them. I can do everything with them. My favorite by far. You know, it's nice when you find something that you enjoy using, and it just becomes a staple in your complete arsenal. And then, so now let's get to the hooks. So first up, I got these, right? These are for my punch shot rig, and also free rigging with worms, like a lighter finesse type. A 2/0 owner cover shot. I love these hooks. They're extremely sharp. They get the job done. And I noticed that the wire is just a tad bit thicker than the Gamakatsu Roboworm rebarb hooks. But 2/0 is nice for free rigging, 6-inch straight tail worms, as well as punch shot rigging. And when I say punch shot rigging, it's just a Jika rig, but I find the name Jika sounds a little weird, so I just call it punch shot rig. And here it is, right here, silk gray. So keeping up with the hooks and the owner hooks, I got the owner haymakers in 3/0 in silk gray as well. These are a very stout hook, but the thing I like about the haymaker is that you have a wide gap, but it's an offset hook. So the reason why I like the haymaker, it's literally got an offset. So this, the eye, isn't directly lined up with the hook point, so this will give me a better hookup ratio. And in this size, I could run thicker baits like the Roboworm Nedworm, which with the 1/0 I was struggling with hook sets, but I won't anymore with the 3/0 right here. And just to show again, see how the hook is open, instantaneous hook sets, it's crazy. So up next, ordering more of these Hayabusa weedless V-bend wacky hooks in 1/0. The spin muscle guard, you can use this wacky Neco rigging. It even says drop shot, but I have my own hooks for drop shotting. But to me, these are by far the best wacky rig, and also from what I've seen, excellent Neco rigging hooks too. These hooks, every time I get a hook up on a fish, it's always hooked at the top of the mouth. And also, I've never lost a fish on these hooks. So the only drawback, these hooks aren't exactly the strongest, but if you're fishing it with the proper gear, you're not gonna break any hooks. The only time I've broken these hooks was when I hooked the log, and that was it. I never broke it on a fish, nothing. I still have the first hook that I used with line up at the tie. So these are still pretty good. If you're using like 8 to 10 pound braid with a 8 to 10 pound fluorocarbon leader, there's really no need for you to have any sort of worries that these hooks are gonna break. They're extremely sharp, and you'll get a positive hook set every single time. Alright, so last of the terminal tackle. This is more of the rigging. So I got more VMC crossover rings. This time this is 3mm. So they are small, but the reason why I use these is because of the smaller worms. Like the normal 6-inch Roboworm straight tail worms. Even with a 5mm ring, fish tend to pull it away. So by eliminating that, I got the 3. And as you can see, they are pretty small, but I have the tool that'll open it up. so there's really no issues. But this is one of the things that I'm most excited about using, because I want to get back into Neco rigging. I used to be really good Neco rigging. The last big bass I caught, which was 4.5 pounds a couple years ago, was from a Neco rig. I haven't used the Neco rig very much. I tend to lean more towards free rigging, but I'm going to get back into it. I used to be really good at Neco rigging. Alright, so now we're going to the hard baits. I only got a couple hard baits, but I splurged on them. So first up, Mega Bass Pop X. And this right here is the Pop X in GLXS Spawn Cherry. So what I like about this is that this is like a translucent white with a bit of glitter, with a slightly yellowy bottom, with a pink feather tail with some pink accents. So I do really well with pink type colors, as you can see. Morning Dawns, they just totally annihilate it. I like fishing poppers. Poppers are extremely versatile. You can literally fish them at any pace, any type of cadence that you wish. But the thing is like a popper, as Tactical Bassin said, is literally the only reaction style bait that you could catch fish on a stall, meaning when it's just sitting. And that's happened to me many times, as you've seen in videos. So this right here, I can walk the dog with it, and I could just pop it. And this is more of kind of like a finessier style popper, rather than the Pop Max being bigger. But either way, 1/4 ounce. I'll use my Mega Bass Destroyer P5 Cyclone with the Aldebaran, and the 12-pound P-Line Floor Clear copolymer. And yeah, like, this is one of the baits that I'm most excited to try. And then up next, I had to also take advantage of getting this right here, the Mega Bass Vision 110 SR Shallow Runner. So this is a shad pattern as well, or wakasagi, right? So it's a bait fish style, but you have the pink back with the kind of like brown head with the translucent body. And this color is called GLX Cotton Wakasagi. And once again, going to use it with my Mega Bass Destroyer P5 Cyclone and Aldebaran. This dives a max depth of 1 meter, so that's a little less than 3.5 feet. So it's slow floating. So at the same time as I can work this bait as slow or as fast as I want. So I don't have to worry about a rapid increase where I'm gonna have to keep working the bait just to keep it in a certain depth. So I can literally almost fish it like I would fish a popper in terms of cadence, right? The cupped lip gives it a different action, kind of like a more wider action, and doesn't allow it to dive deep, right? Still 1/2 ounce, and I could probably bomb this thing a mile. All right, so now let's get to the soft plastics. So first up, I have these bad boys right here, the Poor Boys Baits. Not sure if you can see it. Erie Darter. These are the 4-inch in smallmouth snot. Really nice color. The thing with this is I've seen some videos that these baits have a unique rise up action. So that's why I wanted to try them out. They are made in the USA. And also too, I want to try and get into some Great Lakes smallmouth bass fishing this year. So that's something, you know, if I can't go where I usually go, I could just fish Lake Ontario, which is pretty close to me, right? And I could try this out. Drop shotting. I can even use this on free rigging, even punch shotting like a Ned. I can use this as well. So it's definitely something I'd like to try. It's a really nice bait fish color, like literally almost looks like a goby. So then up next, I have the BAITS Magic Worm in the 6-inch. And this color right here is Oxblood Grape. So as you can see, you got the like the brown and then the grape color. Not sure how well you can see it, but it's got that grape color. As it's a Roboworm, made by Roboworm color. Right, so it's poured almost identically like the Roboworm. Almost the same concept, just a little bit more bulkier. So this is another bait, like I want to start getting into like BAITS, the magic worms in the drop shot. I just want to start adding more bulk to my baits, because where I generally fish, the fish are actually getting bigger now. So I want to start getting more of the higher quality instead of just sheer numbers. Now, if it's a slow day, then I'm gonna go back to my original program and just catch numbers. But I want to start getting into the quality, and this being one of them is gonna get me started on that. And then keeping up with the BAITS, right? I have this right here. It's the Bomb Shot in pink belly. So this is kind of like a Morning Dawn green pumpkin type of color. I really like, as you know, my Morning Dawns, and the contrast between like the pink belly, the Morning Dawn style, and the green pumpkin is actually really nice. I have a green pumpkin Morning Dawn Roboworm. That was actually a tackle, the hookup tackle exclusive color of Roboworms. And I've never used it because of its exclusivity, that I've only bought one pack. Silly me. I should have bought a bunch. So I'm waiting for Texas Tilapia and the Roboworm to come back, so that way I can actually order them. That's the only time I think there's an exception to me ordering. The Texas Tilapia from Tackle Warehouse is for that color. I'd probably bulk order it and order maybe 6 packs. But literally, that would be the only thing I'd get from them, just so that way it keeps everything at a lower cost. But I digress. See how nice it looks. Absolutely beautiful color. I know this color is gonna really catch a lot of fish. So now you know I can't do a Tackle Warehouse unboxing without my favorite company, Roboworm. So right here, I got the a pack of the 4-inch Sculpins in Aaron's Morning Dawn. Caught some nice fish last year on this color. Sculpins have always worked for me, nose hooked on a drop shot. And that's exactly what I'm going to do with it. I'll probably fish it on my Mega Bass Destroyer P5 Landsat with my Shimano Vanquish. Just finessing it out, nose hooked. Owner Mosquito Light hooks. Excellent bait. You really can't go wrong. So then I also got 2 packs of the 3-inch Ned Worm in Aaron's Morning Dawn as well. So the 2 packs right here. Anything Morning Dawn is a staple in my arsenal. I don't care how close to the original looks. It just works for me. Subtle variations. You know, I could be using the original Morning Dawn color, catch some fish, and then I don't catch nothing. I just do a little change to maybe like a chartreuse tail or an Aaron's Morning Dawn with the white bottom, and I'll start catching again. It's as simple as that. So then I got 2 packs of these, the 6-inch straight tail Roboworms right here in Breaking Dawn. Excellent color. Caught some nice bass with this color. This color, I think, is discontinued. It was on clearance, so I picked up more. I have another pack over here as well, so this will make my 2nd and 3rd packs. Great color. I'm gonna use it until I have no more. And then I got another color here, and it's called Red Crawler. So this kind of looks like a Morning Dawn for the most part, but it's got a little bit more red. As you can see, Red Crawler. It's kind of like a morning dawn with red flake. It's actually got very bright red flake with like a reddish brown bottom, if you can see that right here. Here's the bottom of the bait. There's no denying that I'm gonna catch with this color. I'm gonna rig this up on my first time I'm going bass fishing this year. So keep an eye out for red crawler. You'll know too when I start using it. And then last of the Roboworms, I got another pack of Martin's Madness, right? So it's literally almost a morning dawn red flake with kind of like a golden brown or orange bottom. I'd say more of a orange bottom right here. Nice color. I've used it already. It works. So that was the end of the Roboworms. Now to the last portion of my unboxing, which is JDM baits. And starting up first is the OSP Psychoro dice. And this one right here, SR01. This is the no salt, by the way. So this is perfect for drop shotting. And this one right here, not sure if you can see it, but this one is SR01. And that is green pumpkin pepper right here. So your standard green pumpkin color. It'll float, perfect for drop shotting. There's different sizes now. So I just want to get a little bit more of a collection. I think probably in terms of dice baits, the only next one I'm going to get outside of what I ordered is a black color. And then this one right here is another one. And let me pull up the color. SR10. It's, yeah, SR10. And this one is called Sight Smoke. So this is a kind of like a translucent type of deal with a little bit of black in it. Not sure if you can see it, right? But you know, something subtle, right? And when you're just fishing it, you know, like the tentacles just flailing with the current, right? It's a very unique bait, that's for sure. I've seen it work, so I'm very eager to try it. So now let's get to the G-Crack baits. So this one right here is a 2-inch bellows gill, and this one is TW Green Pumpkin Purple right here, purple swirl, and you could see the purple swirl. Oh, whoops. And it comes in 8 in a pack for the 2-inch. I'm gonna be free rigging these, just like my my OSP dice. Drop shot, I'm gonna use it on my Mega Bass P5 Destroyer Landsat. So this is the 2-inch. So up next is the 2.8-inch bellows gill. So this one comes in 6 in a pack, and this color right here, Natural Pro Blue. So just a natural color, can kind of look like a dead or semi-decomposed sunfish, or when a fish burps it up, how it's like that pale color. So that's a nice deal. Really, honestly, you can't go wrong with a color like this, because like in different angles of light, it could look like many different things. It's absolutely crazy. So last but not least of everything here is another pack of the 2.8-inch G-Crack bellows gill in Watermelon Pro Blue. So it's like the green watermelon type, but you have like a bluey pearl effect to it, which is another nice color. Honestly, this is another sunfish pumpkin seed or bluegill imitation, and free rigged, and I'll probably use this with a punch shot rig as well. I might use the 2.8-inch on my bait caster. We'll see, right? As they are considerably bigger than the 2-inch, so I may use it on my G Loomis NRX Plus 853C. But we'll see. I'll obviously try it on my Landsat first, right? So that is the end of my Tackle Warehouse unboxing video. Hope you thoroughly watched it, as this is probably going to be my last Tackle Warehouse unboxing for a long time. As I said before, I got absolutely annihilated with my fees. UPS with their brokerage fee, it's UPS themselves, really took advantage of this and they ran with it. So, you know, it's not even about the tariffs or the tax. Like, it's the UPS brokerage fee. The taxes and tariffs weren't even half of what they charged. So this is technically on UPS just taking advantage of a shitty situation. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.